Good evening, Facebook Live. I'm really excited to be on tonight. I am drinking my, I match. I did not mean to match my shirt with my cup. That's kind of funny. So I'm gonna wait for 2 seconds for some people to get on. Happy hump day. I'm tripping out about this cup. Give me a like if you are getting on. I think it's hilarious. I just realized that I'm wearing green and drinking out of a green cup. Like, this is like almost identical. Is that crazy? That was not planned. All right, you guys, give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, give me a haha, give me something to let me know that you're here. I'm really excited to share this recipe that I've never made before, but I saw it and I was like, oh, MG, I need to have this in my life. I'm a tater tot fan. Like, I love tater tots. There's a restaurant nearby that has tater tots on their menu, and I know it's kind of like a kid's thing, but I love them. And obviously, they're not the best for you with being, you know, carbohydrates, and usually they're fried. You can bake them, but I'm gonna make them with spaghetti squash. Is that awesome? All right. You guys, give me some love. Let me know that you're on with me. All right. So, again, I'm drinking my Energize and matching, and it's hilarious. Okay. So, the whole point of this video is to share a new recipe. It's a lower carb, actually low carb, probably 0 carb, tater tot. So I've never made this before, but I wanted to share it with you guys because it looks amazing from the recipe that I saw. So what I've done is, this is leftover spaghetti squash from Monday night. We had spaghetti, and I just had, I mean, obviously spaghetti squash gives you a ton of spaghetti squash. So I was like, let me save this because I'm probably gonna use it for something. And then I came along this tater tot, spaghetti squash tater tot. So I thought, go live, share it, and let you guys know how it comes out. So give me a like or a heart or something, let me know that you're on. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients and cooking spray, olive oil cooking spray. That's all. So this is like gonna be super, should be super easy, we'll see. It is literally spaghetti squash, and this is basically one spaghetti squash. I mean, I used a little bit for spaghetti the other night, but look how much is in there. So what you do is turn the oven on to 425. You get the spaghetti squash, and literally it calls for a scallion. I don't have a scallion, so I'm using a little bit of an onion, which I think will be just fine. So, let's see. All right, so I'm using some onion, putting it in the spaghetti squash. Give me a heart, give me a like that you're on. I'm excited about this. All right, so literally spaghetti squash, onion, and it already smells good. I'm gonna use some Himalayan salt. Oh, God. And I'm gonna make a lot of noise. Hi, Val. Pepper. Literally, y'all, that's all that this is. Spaghetti squash, onions, salt, and pepper. And what you're gonna use is a muffin pan, right? Look at all those hearts. It's awesome. So you can use a big muffin pan. I'm gonna use a little muffin pan, and you're gonna spray the Jesus out of each one, because otherwise, from what I read on this recipe, the spaghetti squash will stick, and you don't want a sticky mess of. All right, so I sprayed, it's olive oil, PM. And then literally you're supposed to get a spoon and, hold on a minute. So by the way, my shirt says, "We'll squat for peanut butter." It's cute, huh? I like fun shirts. Okay, so I'm taking a spoon, I'm putting it in the pan, and it says just mash it down pretty hard, right? So it's super simple, putting it in there, and it says to just push it really hard, because it's gonna be like, kind of like it says tater tot, but the picture actually looks like a hash brown. So it could be a hash brown, or could be more of a, like tater tot. I'm kind of think I'm wanting to do either a turkey burger or a Diana will squat for peanut butter. Or a regular ground beef burger with no bun and a lettuce wrap. And then use this kind of like a French fry or a tater tot, right? So again, this is spaghetti squash, onion, pepper, and salt. This is a really cool idea, I feel like anyway. And I think kids would obviously love it too. I just love all things potato. All right, so I filled this muffin pan up with the spaghetti squash mixture. And then from there it says to spray the pan again on top of it, kind of like an oil, so that it's gonna cook and be crispy on the inside, or not on the inside, but both sides, on the bottom and the top. So there, from there you cook it for, I think it's 20 minutes. Let me see. Okay, so you cook it for 10 minutes. You take it out of the oven. So yes, this is spaghetti squash. And again, I cooked it actually Monday night. So if you need instructions on how to cook spaghetti squash, I can give you a different video for that. But I just put the leftovers in, a leftover container, because I figured I probably would use it, and I'm glad that I did, because I saw this recipe and it looks amazing. So literally, once you're done, you put this in the oven for 10 minutes, and then you're going to get a little spatula or something to get underneath it, flip it over, and cook it for another 10 minutes. That's it. So I will post the end result when I'm done with the recipe and on how to do this actual recipe. And if you guys have any questions or comments or anything at all, feel free to post below in this video. I would love to hear from you. So, and you put just simply, what temp? 425. So you can preheat it for 425. And literally this is spaghetti squash. You can use a scallion, or you can use, what I did was use just an onion. Literally I used the food processor and chopped it up thinly, so that it's gonna just be little pieces of onion in the mixture. It's super healthy, it's super easy. There's simply just 4 ingredients, and then bam. So I'm excited to cook them, and I'm excited to show you what the end result is. I'm excited to eat them. More importantly, I'm excited to eat them. So what else? What other questions do we have? I've got to ingest my pre-workout here, so let me know what you got. Show me what you got, shorty. This is Feel Good Juice. And I'm still tripping out that it matches my shirt. Anything at all, you guys? Smells really good. Spaghetti squash, onion. I used Himalayan salt, black pepper, and cooking spray. It goes on the bottom of the pan. Really coat it in there so it doesn't stick, and then spray on top so it's gonna cook kind of like a crispy tot, right? So I'm excited. Yeah, very excited. What else you got? Anything? Again, I'm gonna pair it up probably with either a ground beef burger or a turkey burger with a lettuce wrap. So it's gonna be super healthy, low carb, and hopefully delicious. We're gonna see. I'm excited. And I saw another recipe where they actually made the tots like a tater tot. So you could actually form the mixture with your hands and put it in the oven that way. But I like the whole concept of putting it this way so that it's formed for me and I don't have to use my hands. I mean, this makes it super easy. Just pour it in. And again, you can use it kind of like a hash brown. It's basically the same thing as a tater tot. Just a different, what's the word I'm looking for? Shape, different shape. All right, you guys, have an amazing rest of the Wednesday, and I will show you the end outcome once I'm finished cooking them in the oven for 20 minutes total. All right, have a great evening. Love you guys, bye.